Thank you for attending this webinar. I appreciate you taking the time to watch and learn about what it is I'm offering, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time out to do that. I am your host, Marianne Raymond. There's a picture of me. I used to work for Fortune 500 companies like Apple, Pearson, and Follett. Currently, I own a number of consulting groups, and I've broken them up to basically their individual specialties. K-12 Consulting Group is a technology-based consulting firm. Elder Care Services Consulting Group is basically a consulting group for people who want to open their own elder care services business. I have my own business consulting, which is M.A. Raymond LLC, and I also am a real estate investor and I own Cash Crunch Cures. I have 15 years in consulting small businesses. I've conducted 6 and 7 figure program, project, and business launches in all my years. And currently I'm a consultant, a speaker, and an author. So about this program, let me give you a little background. So did you know that 8,000 people in the United States turn 65 every single day? By the year 2025, the senior population will be standing at 72 million. $424 million. That is the amount of economic activity per day, shifting from those who are under the age of 65 to those who turn and are over the age of 65. So what do these statistics mean to you, the number of seniors and the amount of money that they spend? Well, here's my play on words. It's a golden opportunity. Get it? Golden, senior. Okay, well, that was my attempt at humor. So look at this map. Which states are the grayest? This is based in 1993. And the grayest states are what's in purple. And the second are the ones in red. What is common about where the elderly flock is the states that have, one, the optimal weather. Here in Florida, I live in Florida. Here in Florida, we call them snowbirds when they start showing up around August, because it starts getting cold where they live, whether it's in the East Coast or whatnot. Here in the Southeast, we have the nice warmer weather, and in the state of Florida, we have no state tax. So a lot of the senior citizens go to where they get their biggest bang for their buck and the best weather. So why do these stats pose that quote-unquote golden opportunity? It's all about starting a business that's emotionally fulfilling and at the same time gives you financial freedom. And it really doesn't matter how old you are to open this business. So what exactly is this business? Well, remember I mentioned earlier that I have Elder Care Services Consulting Group. This is the type of business that I consult on. It's a senior care service business. So, what are the pros of opening a senior care service business? It can be home-based initially. There's very short ramp-up time. There's a very low initial investment. There's low back-end costs, beating your office costs, your day-to-day cost. There's no franchise fees. There's no territory restrictions. That means you can open it wherever you want in the United States. And there's no shortage of potential clients, because guess what? Everybody's going to get old. So what are the cons? Well, if you choose the franchise model, it's very, very expensive. If you don't have the money up front or the required net worth, you can't go this route. And I did my research, and it is very expensive. And they also have the DIY models, the do-it-yourself models. There are many out there. They range from $299 to I think the most expensive one I saw was $2,500. But those are ones that you basically do it yourself. There's videos that you watch, and I believe there's handouts that you get, but you're pretty much on your own. They sell it to you, here you go, do what I tell you. That's not a good thing, especially if you've never opened a business before. There's a lot of nuances to opening a business. And if you are just reading things or just watching things on video, you really don't have that interaction to ask questions. And it's really hard, especially if you're a first-time entrepreneur. And then lastly, since I'm very passionate about working with the elderly, if you're not dedicated to the best possible service for your clientele and you're just in it for the money, I would just advise you to find another business opportunity that will just make you money, because this is a very heart-centered, empathic type of business that you really have to care for your clients in order for you to be successful. So everybody, you're might thinking, well, I don't have a medical background. Well, that's a common assumption, that you need a medical background to open this business, and it is simply not true. I thought this as well. I even went so far as to enter nursing school to get my nursing degree to operate this business. But it's not true. I didn't have to do that. This business focuses on providing non-medical services to the senior population, because the vast majority of the senior population is actually in relatively good health because of all the advances in medicine and science right now. Pretty much a lot of them are in pretty good health, and they simply need the assistance from time to time, because as you're even though you're in pretty good health, you're still old. You need help. You forget things, and you're weaker. You're not the same person as you were 20, 40 years ago. So what services are you going to be able to provide in a non-medical service environment? Well, it varies from state to state, and however, most of the services that you're going to be able to provide are companionship and conversation, which is the most important things that a lot of these seniors really need. Light housekeeping and laundry. Some of them just can't move around, and they're just not as strong as they used to be. Meal prep and planning. Sometimes, they can't cook anymore because they're either weak, or they just don't move fast enough. And then transportation to errands, appointments, etc. A lot of seniors, they can't drive anymore, so they need help to get out of the house. And then there's pet care. A lot of them love, love, love their pets, but they can't, bathe their pets. They can't take their pets for walks, or they just simply can't take care of the pets, but those pets are so needed in their life. And then medication reminders. A lot of them forget, so you're there to remind them. You're not there to dispense the medication, but you're there to remind them that it's time to take their medication. So focusing on providing the non-medical service will be key to the success of this particular business. So remember that most of the senior citizens out there do not require the skilled nursing services. So just remember that. The services that your business will provide is needed for these otherwise healthy seniors, and you're going to allow them to live and age in the comfort of their own home. It is essentially what I like to call assisted living at home, because they like their familiar environment. They like their own spaces. They don't want to be in a nursing home, because we've all seen videos and heard the horror stories about nursing homes. Not all of them are bad, but it's kind of a crapshoot. And for me, I know firsthand, because when I was in nursing school, I did a lot of my clinicals in the nursing homes, and it is not a pleasant place. And that pretty much solidified for me that I would rather, when I age, have this type of service than be put in a nursing home. There are children out there, baby boomers, that place their parents in nursing homes or skilled facilities simply because they're not aware of any alternatives for their elder parent who's otherwise healthy but just can't be left alone for various non-medical reasons. Like they're forgetful, they leave the gas on and things like that. That makes these kids nervous, and they don't want to leave the parent at home. So they have now what they call adult daycare, which is essentially they leave their parents at a nursing home during the day and they pick them up after work. They think that there's nowhere else to put them or anyone qualified to watch them when they go to work. Here's where you come in. Many of them realize that this is actually uh, is more optimal, and it costs way cheaper than dropping your parent off at what I call adult daycare at nursing homes. It's a cost-effective, viable solution. So I don't know about you, like I said earlier, when I reach that point in my life, I want to be able to live and age in the comfort of my own home and at the same time not be a burden to my children. So what can be better than that? Everybody's happy. The secret to this business is keeping it simple. And that's what I do. If you love working with the elderly, have empathy and compassion, this is the most fulfilling and emotionally rewarding business that you could ever own. You are solving a problem, a major problem that every person is going to have to face when they begin to age. So you're going to have to face it when you personally age or when your parents are personally aging. You are helping families of seniors who are experiencing the guilt and overwhelm when they take on the responsibility of caring for their loved one when they begin to age. Some people do it themselves and they are stressed out, and sometimes they just need a respite, or they just need help, or they're just not capable of doing that and they start resenting their parents. This is a perfect option for people like that because then they don't have to worry about their parent and they know that their parent is taken care of. You are making it possible for someone's mom or dad to live the rest of their lives happy, comfortable, and safe in familiar surroundings. So everybody's happy. And while you're helping your seniors and their families, you're also working towards your own financial independence. This is a very lucrative financial business if done and operated correctly. So back to the business at hand. Ever heard of any of these? Home Instead, Comfort Keepers, Visiting Angels, Home Helpers Direct. We see the commercials on TV. You probably see it in magazines. Well, these are franchises, and they're very expensive. And they all have territory restrictions, meaning you can't just um, open one, because if there's someone that has one similar to you in a close by area, you are within that person's territory. You can't open one there. They also have operating restrictions. You can't do the kind of marketing you want to do or the kind of outreach you want to do. They have to be consistent with their brand. They have restriction post termination of your contract should you choose to do that. So if you decide this franchise isn't for you, they may have a non-compete clause where you can't open up another franchise after X amount of years, or they may even have a say on if you decide to sell your franchise, who you're going to sell your franchise to. So there's a lot of restrictions, and sometimes you might be stuck in the franchise even if you don't want to do it anymore. Additionally, each franchisee must pay a fee or royalty amount either every month or quarter of a portion of their revenue, or a flat fee, whatever it is. And depending on the franchise, it's very pricey. And then back to that initial slide, see what the initial investments cost to own one of these franchises. Home Instead is $109,000, Comfort Keepers is $86,000, Visiting Angels is $67,000, Home Helpers is $71,000. That's not even all. You have to have a specific net worth to even be considered to have business like this. Do you have that kind of money? Do you have a net worth of $100,000? Additionally, some of them require that you have X amount of dollars in liquid assets. One of them asked if I had $150,000 in liquid assets. If I had that, I wouldn't need a franchise. Most of us don't. I didn't. So what did I do? Well, right now I own At Home Care Companions. There's my little logo, and here's my website. It's a home care services business here in the state of Florida. And here's a front page of my website. When I decided to open my own home care companion business, I did my research. It took me 2 years. I used my business background to create a lean business model for this particular service that was cost effective and efficient. I'm a lean management professional, so I streamline the process from uh, the beginning of the business to when you get your first customer. I can help you open and operate a successful senior care service business for a lot less than the initial investments required by those name brands. You think, oh, I can't compete. Yes, you can. You can successfully, because I am. I am living in the land of old people. I am surrounded by all of these companies, and I have no problem getting clients. You can successfully compete with this name brands because there's more than enough people out there for that want and need your service. In fact, you can even work with some of these name brands to garner some clients. I did. I partnered with a couple of them that fed me some clients. And I've also come up with because I'm not restricted by how I market, I've come up with some ingenious ways to network with people and businesses that can funnel the customers your way. So I hope I've piqued your interest. Are you curious? Well, I wrote a book. Well, it's an ebook and it's on Amazon, and it's not very expensive. It's called The 10-Step Outline on How to Start Your Senior Care Service Business. So I'm not selling the book because I'm giving it away for free, and I'm giving it to you at the end of the webinar. You just have to sign up for it, and I'll give you that link at the end of the webinar. This ebook is a general outline of the 10 steps needed to start this business. So some of what's covered is business planning. You need to plan your business so you know that you're on target with your project to go and launch. We talk about your client, who your ideal client is, where to find these clients. Is your client the kids of the seniors or the actual seniors? Because that'll dictate who you market. Financing and legal, like I said, I can give you ideas and a link to people that will finance this venture and your legal structure. And then we talk about federal and state requirements because each state is different. And then marketing, very important, because without customers you don't have a business. And then last but not least, employees, how to deal with employees, what to do with your employees, how to find employees. Like I mentioned earlier, as a lean management professional, and I'm also a total quality management expert, I've incorporated those principles in this business model. And because I created this business with lean practices in mind, there's not going to be a lot of waste in the process from inception to operation, meaning the whole process is streamlined. I have gone through it. It took me 2 years to go through it and perfect it, and it is awesome. And you will run this business with total quality management principles so you can build and sustain your business in your community with a great reputation. So I know what you're thinking. Okay, how much is this all going to cost me and what am I going to get? And first of all, like I said earlier, you'll get the ebook for free, so there's no charge for that. Whether or not, you can try and go for it your own by reading the ebook, but obviously I don't recommend that. The ebook is more of a general outline on, what it's going to take for you to open this business. And there's going to be, again, a link at the end of this webinar where you can sign up for it. The ebook gives you the idea of basically what's going to happen for the next 2 to 4 months if you choose to sign on with me. Second, if you choose to hire me as a consultant, I have 2 packages, based on your budget to choose from. I have the lean package, which is the cheaper of the 2. For 6 weeks, you're going to have weekly calls with me taped so that you can play it back. That's a $5,000 value. You're going to get unlimited emails for up to 90 days. It shouldn't take more than 60 days for you to launch this business. And that's a 2.5 value. The extra 30 days is more for support. And then your own policies and procedures manual, which is a $1,000 value. Then you get the lean package, which is total $8,500. If you pay in full, it's only going to cost you $6,500. That's a $2,000 discount. And you'll save $850 if you pay in full because I do have a payment plan. You have 3 payments of $2,450. So you'll end up paying $7,350 in total. And note that if you're with a payment plan, the policies and procedures manual and the employee training script will be given once the balance is paid in full. And then I have my other package, which is what I recommend that you get, is a lean marketing package. You get everything in the first package that I mentioned, plus you're going to get 4 additional weeks of phone calls with me for support. That's a $3,400 value. I will create a, a fully functional website and logo, which is a $2,000 value. You will be getting business cards and a postcard that I use for effective marketing. You'll have kind of the same type of design and layout based on what you come up with for your logo or your website. And a brochure. You're going to have one brochure designed with a copy in it, and that's a $250 value. So the total amount for this lean marketing package is $14,350. That's how much it would cost if you bought everything separate. If you pay in full, it's $9,500. So again, with this, I offer a payment plan. You'll save $1,000 if you pay in full. The payment plan is 3 payments of $3,500, and that's $10,500 in total. And like the lean plan, policies and procedures manual, employee training script, and all the marketing materials like your website, your brochure, all that will be given once the balance is paid in full. As you can see, I'm much more cost efficient than a franchise. I will even give you suggestions on where you can find the funds to invest in your new venture. If it's a $75,000 investment on a franchise, you're basically saving about $65,000 by having me consult you in opening this business. You're not going to have any territory restrictions, so it doesn't matter where you live. You're not going to have any restrictions on how you do your day-to-day operations. You run your business how you see fit. You're going to get the one-on-one attention with me on building the business that you want to operate. And I will take you through all the steps that it's going to help from starting your business to naming your business all the way through securing your first client. And I'm sure this is a lot to take in, so I'm sure you have additional questions. So my solution for that is to sign up for a call with me, and here is the link. When you sign up for the ebook, this link is also going to be in the email. You click on that and it's going to schedule a call with me so that we can talk about the business and any questions that you may have about it. So if you want to write this down, that would be great as well. This can be the most emotionally rewarding business that you can own, because working with seniors is the best thing. They are like kids at heart, and they have such wonderful stories, and they're just such wonderful people, and they're the ignored section of our population, and I really have a soft spot for the elderly. So schedule a time to apply for this opportunity soon, because I don't take everybody. And again, there's the link. You can screenshot it or write it down. So before I launched this business, I talked to some of my other consulting clients. So I already actually filled 3 spots for this iteration of this program. So as of October 10th, I only have 12 out of the 15 spots that I'm offering left for committed empathic entrepreneurs. And the reason why I stop it at 15 is because it's a one-on-one program. A lot of people have told me, "Oh, make this a online product. You'll get more clients that way." But I think it's really important that I have that one-on-one interaction with you to help you, because every person wants to do their business a little bit different, and this business plan can be adjusted for that, but that requires one-on-one service. So there's my link again, and I have an application process to ensure that we're a fit to work together, because I've worked with other people before that just weren't a fit, and it's not really fair for you or me if we don't jive together as a couple to work together. So that's why I also do the call to make sure that, we're a good fit together. So there's my link again. And remember, call soon because once all 15 spots are filled, I'm not offering this opportunity again until January of next year. So this is very, very important because this iteration of people that I'm taking, I'm going to take them through the end of the year to get their business up and running before I take another 15 at the beginning of the year. And I do this every quarter. I have a launch every quarter, and it's 15 people every quarter that I take on. And I just want people to be able to build this business and make it such a success. And working one-on-one with you, basically holding your hand and consulting with you, because there's other, like I said, there's other DIYs out there that just give you the material and you're pretty much on your own, and then they have consulting services a la carte and it's more expensive. So this, I give you, all the steps, the manuals, if you pick the other package, the website, the marketing, I have all of that. So it's basically you just do what I say, and they have to basically uh, take you from the beginning of your business to your first customer. And it is so satisfying when my clients say, I got my first customer, and they talk about their first customer on, it's a little old lady or it's a little old man, and they're so happy that this service is out there because they didn't really want to go into a nursing home. And think about it, think about yourself as you age. Is this the kind of business that you're going to want to have available to you so you don't have to go into a nursing home? So there's my link again. And in closing, I just want you to remember your why. When I became an entrepreneur, my why was basically financial freedom and time freedom. And this particular business, is so satisfying to me because, like I said, I have a soft spot for senior citizens, and this business has afforded me the financial and time freedom to pursue my other loves, which is real estate investing and just coaching. And so this is a perfect, perfect, perfect business if you love senior citizens and you want to be an entrepreneur. It's low cost and you can start from your home, and I can show you ways to keep it working from your home. And this is, like I said, one of the most awesome businesses that you can own and that you can run. So I'd like for you to schedule your call today. There again is my link. And again, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to have another link for you to click on to get to sign up for the ebook and get this link to schedule your call. And I thank you for the time. I know there's a lot of information given in a short amount of time. So if you have any questions and you want to talk to me further about this opportunity, I suggest that you hurry and schedule that time with me so that I can answer all your questions and we can get started right away. So by the end of this year, you can have this business up and running, and you'll get your first client sooner than later. And I'm so excited for you because this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and it is the most fulfilling business that I own. So again, don't forget to sign up for your ebook or sign up for the call. I thank you for the time you took to watch this presentation, and I really, really hope to hear from you. There's the link again, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I really want you to think about this presentation, and if you need to watch it again, it is a recurring webinar, so you can watch it again, take notes from the first webinar, or just simply get my ebook, because a lot of what you're going to go through in this program is outlined in that ebook. So again, thank you so much, and I really do hope to hear from you soon. Thank you guys, and have a fabulous, fabulous day.